I'm Megan and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to shop my stash and I'm going to give you another little peek into my life by answering all of your questions from my video a few weeks ago. So if you want to see me shop my stash and see what all I got and see how it performs and learn a little bit about me, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so the first product I want to jump into, this is a newer product and I've actually used it a few times and I am in love with this primer. This is new by YSL. This is the Instant Matte Pore Refiner Primer. It comes in a box like this. They're standard gold boxes. And then it comes like in a little squeezy tube. And oh my gosh, like I wore this with the YSL All Hours. Hold on, that's what it looks like. It's like a peachy color. And I wore this with the All Hours foundation. And oh my gosh, I was matte all day. I actually wore it yesterday. And so I am actually getting ready to film for you guys my go-to foundation routine for oily skin. I've found a little concoction that has kept me matte all day. Yesterday was the first day I tested it. I'm going to continue testing it, but so far I really like this primer. And in this video I'm also going to be answering some of y'all's questions. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on, let it sit in, and it is a little tacky, which I do like the tack. I feel like it really grips onto the foundation and keeps it there all day. And this is a really nice mattifying primer. So the first question is, am I married? And no, I'm not. We have been engaged for a couple of years, and we've been together for 9 years, almost 10. And we're just in no rush to get married. I think it will happen. You know, right now we're in the process of, we sold our house and now we're buying another one. So I think after we get that all taken care of and get settled in the new house, then maybe we will, you know, get married. But it's never been something that we're like, we have to get married, you know? I mean, it'll happen when it happens, you know? We've just never wanted to rush into it. So, for primer, I'm going in with this Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is such a good pore filling primer. I've got all over my hands. It's got that like beige tint to it, and it is such a nice primer. So the next question was how we met. I was hanging out with these two girls, and they said that they knew this guy that was having like a little get together at his house, a little party. So we go over there, and you know, it's just a few people. It's nothing big or anything. And I was just there to hang out, have fun. You know, I wasn't interested in anybody. And I don't know. I went outside. We went inside, started playing pool, hanging out, talking, you know. And I went outside, and he followed me, and I was like, "Do you want to ride with me to the store? I need to get some drinks." So I was like, "Sure, I'll ride with you." And we've been together ever since. I don't know. I really didn't expect anything to come of it. You know how guys are when you meet them. I had my guard up, I guess, because I don't know. You know how guys are. You know what they want, and I'm just not about that life. So, anyway, but it all worked out. We've been together, you know, like any relationship, you have your ups and downs. But you know, we've stuck through it. We've been together for a very long time. So yeah, that is the story about how we met, and it just kind of happened. And life just seems to happen that way. You know, they put you in these situations and you meet people, and then here we are 10 years later. I would have never imagined, you know, we would still be together. But anyway, we are. Everything's good, and yeah. Alright, so for foundation, I have got the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and this was a foundation that I used to use all the time, and on days where I didn't want so much matte full coverage, I would actually go in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and mix these two together. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So this is in 3N2 Wheat. So I'm going to put a couple pumps of that. And then I just picked this up as well in a darker shade. And I got this one in 6.5. So the next question was, what are my hobbies when I'm not doing YouTube? Well, basically YouTube is my hobby right now. I love filming. I love being able to share my recommendations with you all, you know, little tips and tricks that I've learned. I love reviewing new products, so, you know, you won't have to spend your hard-earned money on products if they're no good. So that is my main hobby right now. But when I'm not filming and I'm not working, we love to take the dogs walking on walking trails. I love to find little trails in the woods. I'd rather walk through the woods on a trail than like on a cement walking trail. That's just my opinion. I am a country girl, so I love walking through the woods. It's just so relaxing for me, and the dogs absolutely love it. Other than that, we just got a side-by-side razor, and we've been going and taking it to different, you know, riding trails and riding that. So that's been fun here lately. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into concealer. I got this bad boy right here. This is the Magic Star Concealer by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is C12. This is the darkest one I got. And I did not think it was still going to be this light. So it may be a little light, but we're just going to have to make it work. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And the next question is how I got into makeup. So when I was younger, my nanny, my grandma, she was a hairstylist, and her little salon was in the basement, and I would always watch my nanny do hair. And for Christmas one year, my papa and nanny got me my life-size Barbie, and I would always go downstairs and I would sit there on the stairs and watch my nanny, and I would cut my Barbie's hair like she would cut hair. And by the time I got done with it, she didn't have no hair. But I would cut the Barbie's hair like my nanny was, and then I would put makeup on my Barbie, and I would always get into my nanny's makeup. I would get into my mom's makeup. I have a funny story. I was in second or third grade. I think it was third grade. I went to school, and oh my gosh. So coverage on this is really, really nice. I definitely do need a darker shade, but we're going to make it work. So I went to school. My mom, she went to work really early. So my stepdad, he had to take me to school. So after she left, I snuck into her bathroom before I left for school, and I got into her foundation, just the foundation. And of course, you know, she was a lot darker than me. You know, and I put that foundation all over my face. I mean, I'm sure it was lines everywhere. I'm sure it wasn't blended very nicely. And I went to school. I thought I was something boy that day. I just knew I thought I was looking good, right? So I went in, sat down at my little desk, and my teacher pulled me out in the hall and made me go wash my face. Do you know how mad that made me? I was so mad. But looking back, I'm sure it did not look good. And I'm sure she had my best interest at heart. But that just hurt my feelings, because I just thought I looked so pretty. I had this foundation on, and I know it was probably about 10 shades too dark for me too. But those are just some stories, you know, of my first memories with makeup. And really, makeup is so much more than just a product to me. You know, makeup really builds confidence. It's built confidence in myself. I see it in other people. When I do other people's makeup, it's like you just see them, like their confidence just get, I don't know, they just get more confident once you put their makeup on, and they just feel good about themselves. So makeup, it just means so much to me in my life, and yeah, I love makeup. Alright, so I really like this concealer. I think it blended out nicely. It didn't dry down too fast. So I'm actually going to use this to highlight the center of my face. And it does have really, really good coverage as well. That blended out nicely as well. All these products are meshing really, really well together, so that's a really good sign. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, and I got the Magic Star powder. I actually got it in translucent, rose, and fair. And this is rose. This smells so good. I think it's supposed to be cotton candy, but it's good. It smells really, really nice. And this doesn't really have like a pink tint to it. I don't know. Every time I try to show y'all powder, I get over it. It doesn't have a pink tint, which is what I was expecting, but that's okay. Very, very smooth. It's a very, very finely milled powder. I'm really liking it so far. Whew. Be careful. Don't get it in your nose. Okay, so I completely forgot to do the cream contour. Alright, so for cream contour, I just put powder like in these areas, so I'm going to try to go over it really quick. And for cream contour, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty, the Tantour. I cannot believe I did that. So I'm just going to take my Luxie 182 and let's hope this doesn't mess up anything. And I am just going to contour with this. And this is actually in the shade Light. And I have been using this since I received it and just been testing it out. And it is so good. Like, I've really, really, really been enjoying it a lot. So I'm just going to go where I did not put the powder and hope it don't mess anything up. Do you see how pretty that is? I mean, it just blends out like a dream. And if you're like my skin tone or even a little darker, the Light will work well for you. And I think it's going over everything nicely, even though we put that powder down. So we just learned something. Yay. Oh my gosh, I just love this stuff. I'm so glad. Like, Huda Beauty, and this is one of the questions, like, what's my favorite makeup brand? I really don't have one makeup brand that I love. I love products from several brands, but Huda Beauty is just pushing products out here lately, and everything she's put out I've loved so much. The only thing I don't love about her products is the scent. So I did go to college, and I actually started out going for cosmetology. Like I said, I looked up to my nanny my whole life. Unfortunately, she passed away 4 years ago, and it's been really tough. She was a big part of my life. Okay, so I looked up to her my whole life, and I wanted to be just like her. So I went to school for cosmetology, and I went for 2 semesters, and it just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and I just wasn't passionate about it. So I ended up changing my major to business administration. And my first semester, actually, there is accounting, introduction to accounting, and I fell in love with it. I've always loved math. I hated reading English and all of that, but I've always really enjoyed math. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to brows. And for brows, I'm actually going to jump back into this Anastasia Beverly Hills it's the Dip Brow in Taupe, and I used to be obsessed with this. I got into business administration. My first semester was, you have an accounting class, which is like introduction to accounting, and I fell in love with it. I enjoyed every second of it. And after a couple weeks of the semester, I actually went and changed my major to accounting. So I got my accounting degree, and so I found something that I'm truly, truly, truly passionate about. I really enjoy it. So what I do when I'm not filming and what I do for money is I'm like a bookkeeper accountant for my fiance's business. I handle all of the payroll tax, bank reconciliations, and all the invoicing, billing, payables, receivables, all of that stuff, all of the inside work for a business, filing quarterly reports, taxes, all of that fun stuff. That's what I love to do. Did I shock any of you guys? Let me know what you thought I did for my work, what I do for money or my real job. So I'm just curious to see what you all thought that I did. You know, people in my family just think I'm crazy when I talk to them about what I do, because I'm so passionate about it. I just love it, and they think I'm crazy. And I'm really enjoying this dip brow, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off camera really quick, but look at that brow. Alrighty, guys, so I just finished up my brows, and I am pleasantly surprised about how much I really enjoyed and how fast and easy the dip brow was. And I want to go back to how I got into makeup, because I didn't mention one thing. I told y'all about my nanny, how much I looked up to her, and you know, I would always find like new products, new bronzers, new eyeshadows, mascaras, whatever, and my nanny would always be like, what is that? What is that? Will you do mine? Can you make mine look like yours? And I don't know, she had such an impact on my life, and I think she's a big reason why I love makeup so much. I really do. I don't know, while I was off camera filling in my other brow, I just thought about that, and I just want to tell you guys that, just so you know really what brought me to makeup. But yeah, she loved makeup. She probably loved it just as much as I do, and I wish so much that she could be here now and I could film with you guys and film doing her makeup. I know she would love that, but anyhow, unfortunately, that's not possible. So anyhow, I know she's here with me in spirit, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put, did y'all tell me ever do that? Hey. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and pop into this bad boy. This is the Life's a Drag palette by Lunar Beauty, and this is by Manny MUA. He is a YouTuber here on YouTube, and he started his own makeup brand. This palette is beautiful. Look at this. So you've got your beautiful, like, bright colors over here, and then you also have your neutral. So this can be an everyday palette, and then if you are feeling wild and crazy, you can also make a look out of this palette. So I've just opened it. I haven't swatched anything, done anything. So I'm probably just going to keep it on this side today, because this video is probably going to be very, very long because I keep running my mouth. So I'm probably not going to do anything crazy, but it is new to me, and I've been wanting to try it. So anyway, thought this would be a good idea. So I think the first shade I'm going to pop into is Sickening, and that is right there. And it does have a really, really nice mirror. Okay, so now we're a little more up close and personal, and going into that Sickening shade, and let's just throw this on the crease and see how it performs. So the next question is how old I am. I don't know why that sounds crazy. I am 30 years old, and I think I mentioned this in another video, but I just turned 30 in February, and it was, you know, like 30's like, oh my god, I'm really an adult now. But I mean, it wasn't bad. My fiance actually took me out of town for the week, and we had a really, really nice vacation that whole week. Y'all dog lovers out there, y'all know what I'm going through right now. I'm sorry. But I'm just taking that same shade on my lower lash line. But anyhow, so my 30th birthday was really nice. We went out of town for that week. We went to the beach, and we just, you know, relaxed that whole week. So it was really nice and enjoyable, and I didn't really think about the number too much. I was just more concerned about going and shopping and going to these new, like, restaurants I've never been to before. And yeah, so it was really, really fun. And this shade, oh my goodness. Let me turn on the lights a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to move into my Smith 230. It's just a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm going to go into Hunty, which is like this cool toned taupey shade right here. And I mentioned this before as well, but no, I do not have kids. I have got fur babies. I've got 3 fur babies, and we have Bella. She's the oldest. She'll be 10 years old in October. And Olsen, and Bella is a Peekapoo Pom. Olsen is a Poodle Pomeranian, Poodle Pom. And then Diesel is our German Shepherd. And Olsen will be 4 in October, and Diesel will be 1 June 6th. So we have got a lot of dogs, and now I want a Labradoodle. They just, like my Bella, she's just got that cute little teddy bear face, and Labradoodles, it just looks like a big Bella to me. And I don't know, I've always wanted one, so if we ever get wild and crazy and decide to get another dog, hopefully that is what we'll get. My favorite color is camo. Is that a color? Oh no, I really, really love camo though. I love camo everything. Like I said, I am a country girl through and through, and but if I had to just pick one, it would definitely be that olive green color. I love olive green. All right, everything's working nicely. I think I'm going to dip into, I actually might try to dip into this Snatch shade right here. It's showing up red on camera, but it's more of like a burgundy shade. And I'm just going to barely touch my brush in there and just kind of warm it up. Where that cool tone shade, that is very pigmented. I mean, I barely touched it. I don't want it too overpowering. All right, now I'm going to go into Trade right here. And I'm actually just going to put that in the outer V of my eye. And so far, I'm really, really enjoying this palette. And I think I'm going to go in with this Legendary shimmer right here all over the lid. And I'm not going to bring it all the way over. Actually, another one of the questions is, what is my favorite look that I've done on my YouTube channel so far? And it would have to be April's BoxyCharm unboxing and demo. And oh my goodness, that with a pure festival palette, I loved it. And I'm so surprised that was my favorite look. But I don't know, it just really, I don't know, I loved it. So it's kind of got me wanting to play with more color. So I really, really like that. I know it's nothing y'all ever seen before, but I didn't want to do anything too crazy on this video just because I know it's going to be 10 years long. So I'm just going to go back in with that deep shade and just kind of bring that back out where we kind of lost it. And I am glad that I put powder down because I do have a lot of fallout. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go into that Trade shade, the darkest one. And I'm just going to stamp that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go into that Sickening shade and just kind of blend that out. I'm going to go into Hunty. I love these shade names. Alright, so this is one I completed. Nothing crazy, nothing you've never seen before. But I really just wanted to test out the formulation, see how everything blended, and see if I liked it. And I definitely like the formula of his shadows. So I'm going to go ahead, pop off camera, finish up the other eye, and then I will be back in just a second. Alright guys, so I just finished up my eyes, and this is what it looks like. Nothing crazy. Instead of boring y'all to death with doing my mascara on camera, I just went ahead, curled my lashes, and I found this. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I think it's by L'Oreal. Yes, and this is what it looks like. I really loved Better Than Sex mascara, and then this came out, and everybody was like, it's a dupe for it, so I went and picked it up, and oh my gosh, you guys, look at my lashes. Like, they are, and it didn't take a lot, like 2 coats on both sides. Really, when I first went, my first wipe, I was like, whoa. I remember why I love this mascara so much. This is such an awesome dupe for that mascara, and really, I don't know, it's up there with which one? The Milani highly rated, and it's up there with the Lancome Connoisseur Big. So if you're out there looking for a new mascara, I would definitely pick this one up because it just blew my mind because I had forgot how good it was. So, moving on, for powder foundation, y'all know I love the Makeup Forever Pro Finish, but I used to be obsessed with this IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. I know, you're probably like, what? You have oily skin. I do. But for some reason, this powder, it just goes over my foundation so nicely. It sets everything beautifully, and it gives a nice sheen to the skin. So I'm just going to pick up a powder brush, and this is in the shade Medium, and I'm just going to go over everything and make sure everything's set in place. So the next question I have is if I am a professional or if I'm self-taught. I'm definitely self-taught. However, I've been looking for some classes to take, and around here it's kind of slim pickings on, makeup, artistry schools, anything like that. But I am looking to see if that is an option for me, because I am starting to do more and more people's makeup for events like prom, weddings, etc. If somebody just wants me to do their makeup, I've been getting a lot of calls. So I may go and get my license at some point. So why I started YouTube, I've actually touched on this before too. I've wanted to do it for a very, very long time, but when you come on YouTube, you're putting your life out there for the world to see. And it's kind of scary to begin with, because you're like, I know people are going to say mean things, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. I really don't have thick skin. And I don't want to get my feelings hurt. But, I just bit the bullet, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. I want to do it. So for Christmas, I actually asked everyone, was like, what do you want? And I was like, this is what I want to do. So my whole family pitched in and kind of helped me get everything I needed. And then whatever I didn't need, of course, I bought. But yeah, so I just decided to do it. So I went and got my extensions moved up. I filmed it and uploaded it, and there I am. That was my first video, and then I did my haul. That was my first real sit-down video, and I've been in love with it ever since. And I have to say, no one's been mean to me yet, so that's good. And hopefully it stays that way for a while. But don't y'all see like the most beautiful sheen on the skin this powder gives? It's so nice. And it doesn't make me oily or anything crazy like that. So the next thing I have, I used to use this all the time. This is the Smashbox. This is the contour palette. It looks like this. It's been really well loved. So my biggest obstacle on YouTube, I'm going into the cool tone shade right here. The biggest obstacle I've had so far is having to accept the fact that I cannot please everyone. I get really upset when I see someone unsubscribes, or, if I had, say for example, I have 430 and then I go back and look, a day later and it's like 428 or something. I'm like, what did I do? I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. And I don't know. It's just like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something? I mean, what did I do? I need to make it up. Whatever. I don't know. It just really bothered me. So I'm just having to learn to accept that I can't please everyone. Not everyone's going to like me. Not everyone's going to accept me and, think I'm doing things right. The next obstacle has been trying to figure out the algorithm of YouTube. My friend Tara Lynn, she's like, you got to figure it out. So I've been like watching videos and stuff, trying to grow my channel and learn like different tips and tricks on how to do it. That's been a definite obstacle. And another thing is giveaways. So I do giveaways to give back to you all for supporting me and loving me and growing my channel. That is the one thing that I can do for you all and try to give back. And I try to do them so often. I try to end one and start another. To enter a giveaway, you got to subscribe, leave a comment, yada, yada, yada. And so after I announce the winners for giveaways, I'll see people unsubscribe. And I'm like, what is going on here? What did I do? I'm sorry. I try to keep giveaways going, and it's randomly picked. I don't just go through and pick anything unless I tell y'all, I'm going to pick whatever. It's all random. So I have no control over who wins, right? So anyway, I started looking into it, and I saw a lot of other girls do videos, and they're like, people subscribe and then they'll unsubscribe if they don't win the giveaway. So I don't understand that. So that's been the third obstacle that I've had with YouTube, because I just don't get it. But anyhow. Alright, moving right along. For bronzer, I'm actually going to use this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer just to warm up my nose. This is in the shade medium, I think. So I'm just going to go to the fluffy end of that brush and do a couple little swipes. So for bronzer, I picked this one up. You know, Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer is my absolute favorite bronzer right now. And they released this limited edition one. It's like in a wooden thing. And it's a lot bigger than their other pan size bronzers. And the next question is, where do I shop? And I shop, well, for clothes, I'm assuming that's what they're asking. I shop at different boutiques. So Laurie Bell Boutique, Magnolia Boutique, Pink Lily Boutique. What's another one? I love shopping, finding little local boutiques around me and surrounding little towns. Oh yeah, Vici, V-I-C-I. That's a new boutique I've got on thanks to my friend Tara. Next is blush. And for blush, do y'all remember this bad boy? This is the Blush Book by Tarte. And I have had this for a long time. So there are several blushes in here. So I think I'm going to dip into this peachy pink one right here. I've also had a lot of questions about, or comments just saying, you know, I should get an intro. And my sister just graduated from college and she did journalism and graphic design. So she is actually working on an intro for me right now. So hopefully I'll have it before too long. So I really just want to thank you all for asking me questions and actually caring about my life and learning a little bit about me. It really means a lot to me. So thank you all for asking all of your questions. And if there are any other questions, or if you guys want me to do the assumptions tag, I would love to do that. I think that would be so fun. So for highlights, I'm going in with the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. Look how beautiful this is. This is such like a pretty blinding highlight. It's very, very pretty. Okay, and for, you know I love to put like a brightening powder under my eyes. So I used to use this one a lot. This is the Candy Johnson collab with Too Faced, and this is the banana pudding. It's like this. It's just like a banana powder. So I'm just going to swirl my brush in there, and I'm just going to use that to highlight the center of my face. I cannot do my makeup without doing this step whatsoever. For lips, I've got this Pat McGrath lipstick. I've not used it in a really long time. It's in the shade Christy 048, and this is one of the matte lipsticks. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. And I'm just going to apply that. It's like super pigmented. One little swipe and you're done, and it's very comfortable on the lips. Now, for setting spray, I've actually been using this for the past week or so, testing it out, and I do like it, but the scent, like I mentioned before, a little overpowering. So I'm just going to shake it up, and I'm going to spritz my face. Alright, and I'm going to bring out this fan from the Patrick Ta collection release. And I have yet to play with these products too, so I definitely need to do that. So anyhow, this is the completed look. I think everything turned out beautifully. I really like this foundation combination. These two worked wonders. And I do know that it wears really nicely with my skin. So I do like that. I am in love with this new Tantour Huda Beauty. Everything I loved in this whole video. I really, really like the concealers. I definitely need a lighter shade. I love the powder. And this Pores No More primer, I'm probably going to have to continue using that because it really did such a nice job of blurring my pores and little fine lines. So yeah, like I mentioned before, if there are any more questions you want to know about me or ask me, go ahead and you can leave that in the comments below. Also, the assumptions tag, I think that would be a very fun video to film. So you can leave all of that down in the description or comment section if you would like. And if you are not subscribed already, of course, I would love nothing more than to have you join my little family here on YouTube. And if you want, you can hit that little post notification bell so you can be notified of all of my future uploads. And of course, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next ones. Bye!